Like this. Okay, so I'll give you a quick, I'll try not to use my phone. I'll give you a quick story about myself, December the 24th, 2003. I was living on the island of Dominica, and I'd just been stabbed by a drug addict, and I went for a Christmas party with a girl who I really liked. Little did I realize, it turned out she was actually a lesbian, but I didn't know this at the time. So I did the whole whining and dining thing. We went out for dinner on Christmas Eve. It was really very funny. And then we decided to go back to a nightclub with her. Little did I realize it was a gay club. So we got there and there was her and a whole bunch of other girls. And that's when I found out she was a lesbian. But at that point, I was so drunk, I couldn't possibly drive home myself, so I had to stay with the group. So I stayed with the group and we went back to her girlfriend's house, at which point we discovered that her girlfriend had lost her keys to get into the house. So we walked in to the garden and we had to try and break into our own girlfriend's house, can you hear me okay? Which we tried, at which point the gardener came out of the back with a huge machete ready to kill us all, and I could do nothing because I had a bottle of champagne in one hand and a glass of champagne in the other, and I was still covered in bandages from when I'd been stabbed a week before. So all in all, things weren't looking too good, but luckily he recognised us so we didn't get killed. The next thing we know, I decided to go outside to let her leave because her girlfriend decided to go to bed, so we had to go home. So I went out to the gateway to walk out into the street, and the gateway was only a ramp over the drainage ditch. So as she came out to walk past, I did the gentlemanly thing of opening the gate for her and then stepping backwards to allow her to pass me, little realising that there was a ramp and I fell a metre into a drainage ditch full of crap and really dirty water that had been washed down the hill and full of all this nasty germs when I had in fact been in hospital, not a hospital, a clinic a week before with stab wounds. So now I've got all this crap all over me. Plus I'm wearing white shorts and a white t-shirt. So all in all, I really thought my chances of getting laid that night were pretty ruined. And then of course she decided to drive me home, drop me off, and then said, "I'm sorry Mikey, by the way, I'm a lesbian, I don't do men." And that was the end of Christmas 2003 for me. And that's the end of my story.